Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick and we're going to look at Dynamite Dan II on the ZX Spectrum 48K, published by Mirrorsoft in 1986, the sequel to the original Dynamite Dan from 1985. Music playing is the entertainer, I believe, so hopefully this game is quite entertaining. I did like the first game, so it'll be interesting to see how this second game progresses. Does it offer anything more, or is it just more of the same? Game also came out on the Amstrad CPC. It's a platformer in the style of Jet Set Willy, but it's different enough to stand up in its own right. So here comes Dan in his airship. Now essentially on this, we can get off this somehow. There we go, going down the ladder. So essentially on this, you're versus Dr. Blitzen, and he's mesmerising the youth with subliminal messages held in records. We can just drop down there, yes. And you must go to each of 8 islands to get these records, to stop him mesmerising people, and then place a bomb in Blitzen's lab and then blow him up. Yeah, simple, isn't it? Now, I do know a cheat for this if things don't go my way. The energy is represented on the bottom there with the cyan and magenta sort of bar going down. Right, so find the records, don't die. Whoops, oh dear, that's not good. Don't die, and I've probably, yeah. If you fall too far or fall into water, you are dead. Objects to pick up are bombs, goggles, which protect you from being mesmerised. The records, of course, fuel to power the Zeppelin that we're in at the moment, so we need to get back into that after completing the game to escape. And food to replenish your energy. Excellent. You just have 1 life in this game, and if the energy goes down to zippity-doo-dah, which is 0 in normal terms, you are dead. So, no music playing in the game, although it's quite good music at the start as we pick up another bomb. But every time you pick up an item, it will play a little ditty or little tune. There's the goggles there, so we can't get mesmerised by Dr. Blitzen, who occasionally will turn up and hit you with a ray, and then you can't control yourself for a little while unless you've got the glasses on. Right, so it turns into an exploration game, this. Don't fall into the water, because you'll be dead. So it plays a few different tunes here and there. Now this game is just as difficult as the first one. I think we can use a bomb to blow up these doors. There we go. If you haven't got a bomb, you can't get past the door. Right, there's another bomb there. Can we get past this one? It should be. Yeah, we go. So we've got no bombs left. We see we've got 1 lot of fuel. And we picked up some food there, so our energy goes back up. Boof, right, okay. Right, we've got the record. Now we need to get back to the ship, and then we can get to another island. But me having a brain like a sieve, I can't remember... Oh god, how'd you get back up there? I can't remember where that is. Oh, this is going to be tricky. Oh, it's not going to let you do that. Why? Oh no, and he's drowned. Diddly-dee. I think this is the entertainer, I'm not so sure now. I'm going to put a poke in. Bear with me. This is going to be hopefully for infinite energy, so we can at least do a bit of exploring like we did on the first game, see what there is to offer. But yeah, it's there's Blitzen there. It's no worse than the first game. The first game was pretty good. This is okay as well, but again, as hard as nails without a cheat on it. And yeah, lots of stuff moving about. The levels are really well designed. The character's different enough from Jet Set Willy to original on its own. Can't think of any others quite like that. It's quite big. Movement is good, although it's, as I say, it's darn tricky. I do like the idea of collecting food, a bit like in Attic Attack when you went round a castle to replenish your energy. That's good it's using that, not just dying. There's problems with Jet Set Willy and Technician Ted as well. You could end up in a death spiral where you land on a nasty coming onto one screen and it just puts you back in that position and you lose about 8 lives all in a row. So there's nothing like that here. It gets around that problem. I still prefer Jet Set Willy, of course. That was the granddaddy of everything. But this is pretty good as well. I can see why it was popular back in the day. I never owned it back in that sort of time, but if I did, I would have played it really a lot, I think. There's not a Dynamite Dan III, unfortunately. Don't know why. Could have been. It was 1986 this. I still had a bit of time in the Spectrum's run to put it out. Maybe Mirrorsoft were onto something else by then. Yeah, but nice game this. Nice game. I always mention colour clash if there is any. There's none in this that I can make out, so that's pretty good as well. When I say colour clash, look for items as they go past other objects. Does their colour blend into the other colours? No, it's quite smooth edges on this. Really impressive game, a good piece of work. Dr. Blitzen. Did you ever complete this one back in the day, either on the Spectrum or the Amstrad CPC? Let me know if you did, because I'm always interested to see what happens at the end, because I don't know what's going to happen at the end of this one, and I'll probably never ever see it. Probably takes a good fair time to do it. No time limit on this, you can take as long as you want to complete it, but on the older fashioned ZX Spectrum 48K with the rubber keyboard, it'll be getting quite hot after about 20 minutes. If you spend 4 hours on it, well, I don't know what's going to happen. Your house will burn down. But that little box of tricks could take a lot of heat. Had no fan or anything like that, so I wonder they worked as long as they did, really. No room names here, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, I can't go through that way. Right. So we're seeing a lot of this house that we've landed on, or this island, or wherever it is. Good old Dan. Good, good. Other Dan games, which aren't connected to this, are the Dan Dare ones, of course. I like the first Dan Dare game, speaking of that. The second one wasn't quite so good, although some people liked it. And the third one was, well, a bit different. It wasn't supposed to be a Dan Dare game, first of all. But this is Dynamite Dan. Collect bombs, blow stuff up. The first game you had to collect 8 sticks of dynamite and then blow something up. There's the record. I don't think that was in the same place as last time, so it looks like it does random up to different positions. Right, so now we've got to find the airship and get off this island like before, but again, I can't remember how to get there. A map would be useful. I haven't played this too many times, which is quite apparent. Quite often in these reviews, it'd be my first or second go even. When I first started the channel, all the games I reviewed, which is natural, is games I actually owned back in the day, or played the most, so I was quite familiar with those. And then very quickly, because you want to keep the channel going, you'll get to uncharted territory, and that's when it becomes ridiculous and a little bit comical or funny, because you don't know what's going on. You read the instructions, you might have a practice goal, but it's all about trying to make it entertaining, sharing memories, making the Spectrum live on and on and on. And thank goodness the Spectrum Next is surfacing, so the future looks very bright for the Spectrum indeedy. This is one of those sort of games I'd love to see remade on the Spectrum Next to see what it'd be like. Right, off we go. Don't fall in the water unless you're good at swimming, and Dan is a rubbish swimmer. He cannot swim for toffee. Right, we've got bombs, we can get through there. Don't play it like I am. You're supposed to be avoiding all the nasties, where I'm just walking into them most of the day. What's that ladder that goes into the water for some reason? I'm not doing that, you die. Right, we've got a tricky bit coming up here. Oh no. Oh, we know what happened last time we had to do something like this. On the edge jump. Might have to jump back across here. Down? No, we're not going down because we'll die. Yay! Right, boom. Right, that worked. Needed a bit of momentum to get round there. Oh no. Come on, we must be able to jump up there. Now this bit's a bit frustrating. Looks like you need to be pixel perfect here. In reality, you just walk up and just climb over it. You wouldn't just keep jumping. But this isn't virtual reality. This is 8-bit super technology. Oh man, he's not dynamite in the jumping game. He'd be no good in the Olympics. Long jump, high jump, triple jump. Is there any other jumps in the Olympics? Not that I know of. Maybe they need to invent one. Hop, step, jump, twist, fly yourself. No, that's not working. Oh, ooh, that's close. Energy's looking in full. We've got a poke on, of course. 2 bits of fuel. That should be able to power up the Zeppelin. Oh, we lost a bit of fuel there. What happened? We lost our fuel. We got the record. There's subliminal messages in there which are tainting the youth's brain. So I don't know what they're doing. Satanic worship or something, who knows. Maybe they're not tidying their room, and as we know, when we were kids we always used to tidy our room and do our homework straight away, didn't we? Well, if you're like me, I used to do a lot of my homework in the 20-minute registration. Oh, there's Blitz on there, and I haven't got the goggles on, so I'm zipping around. But yeah, I used to do my homework a lot of the time in the 20 minutes registration time before the first class, and quite often I was copying someone else, and that's got me where I am today. Hooray. I don't know what happened to that person I was copying off. I think, I don't know what happened to them. Mental institution, I don't know. Village idiot somewhere. Yeah. Sometimes I did it. I was a slow starter. I was one of the youngest in the year. I was a slow starter, so first of all, I was whipped behind, and I in terms it got to GCSE territory, I'd improve my act. But you know, going to senior school age 10, you're going to be a bit rubbish, aren't you? If I met the 10-year-old me, I probably wouldn't have any decent conversations. But one could argue, what's improved, Nick? Well, I don't know. I think I was about 12 when this came out, 11 or 12. Never played it in registration, of course. There was no mobile gaming then. You could only play it at home on a big, massive television or nothing. How did people survive? I don't know. They survived somehow, and it certainly wasn't by using dynamite. I'm lost, if you haven't noticed. Okay, right. I like the way Dan disappears behind those pipes each time. And that's a blockage as well. Look, normally, if it's the real world, you duck between those pipes. You wouldn't say, oh, I'm too tall, I can't get through there. Come on. Good animation on this one. Ooh. Right, I don't know what that thing is. A walking snow globe or something. Oh, right, down. I am totally and utterly lost. Where did we park the steamship? We should have had a teleport. The first game had teleports, and this doesn't seem to have any teleports. And lifts as well. No lifts I can see, unless they're further through. I'd like to see a teleport and some lifts, but the idea of the teleport is to get to different lands. This one is complete each stage, and then the airship will take you to the next thing anyway. The airship was somewhere around here, wasn't it? I was expecting a ladder going up, but there wasn't in that last bit. Perhaps I haven't got enough fuel. It only turns up when you've got enough fuel, and I've got no fuel to power the airship. Yeah. Okay, I'm starting to run out of ideas now how to complete this thing. A poke will only get you so far, but you still need to know what to do, or it's game over. Right, okay. Oh no, we know how this ends. Sploosh! Well, yeah, I really like that game as well. I slightly prefer the original Dynamite Dan, but this one is good also. Well, I hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Dynamite Dan II on the ZX Spectrum 48K, published by Mirrorsoft in 1986. If you've got any comments about this game, then put them below, or any platformers or any experiences you had. I always love to hear from you. So thanks for watching again, and until next time, take great care of yourself and are very fond. Goodbye.
Goodbye.